Welcome to Mom Knows Ball, the Jacksonville Jaguar edition. I'm Melinda King, known to some of you as Mom, and I'm glad you're here. And you
Who's
know that
me? Like, you gonna
okay,
introduce me? Like,
I'm
you just like,
I'm
I mean, it's
just
been a minute. Act like you know someone, but
so Tamara and Jordan are my producers, but Jordan shows up from time to time. Hey,
okay.
Jordan.
I mean, real like mom knows ballers, as that we would call them, know that I was in the OG launch of the show. Took a little hiatus. I wanted to get behind the camera, but yeah, I pop on every now and then to host. I've been told that I'm not allowed to come on the show after a loss for emotionally
Nope.
unstable reasons, but we won, so here I am. I may be a fair weather co-host, but I am definitely not a fair weather Jaguar fan. We are 8-4, first place, AFC South, and it feels
Yes.
so good. Whew.
Yes. It does feel good. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
So, the Jaguars went to Tennessee. They beat the Titans like from start to finish. The final score was what, 25-3.
Yep.
And so we're gonna break down the game today. And like Jordan said, they're number one in the AFC South.
Yeah,
And
she's stuttering because she's not used to like that. Like, wait, first
I,
place. It's no, it's okay. Like I had to like triple check, but yes, we are number one because we own the tiebreaker over
we
the
own
Colts.
the tiebreaker, which
Yes.
is I think it's the Chiefs game because it's like the
I-
result of a common opponent, and I think the only
um,
common opponent we had was the Chiefs, and we beat them and they didn't. So yeah, it's pretty exciting, and so
and
today
just
we're gonna break down the game. We're gonna do the offense. We're gonna talk about the defense. We're gonna talk about the star of the game, and our what our side eyes are, and then
and I will just say I mean, I don't think anyone had this game circled on their calendar outside of Jaguar and Titans fans. It was a pretty eventful bad game, if you want to say that. Like there was some, as we'll get into it.
we'll
I
get
mean,
into it.
this team ran the gamut of touchdowns, stompings, maybe some light murder
Okay.
allegations,
Let's
I mean, a
let's
lot,
not get
all
it.
the
Let's
things. So
it,
it was an eventful one.
it
All
was
right,
a it
mom,
was
you
a
you
little
start
soap
off
opera.
you start off with the offense. How
Okay,
did
offense.
yeah.
Yeah, so let me look at my stats. I'm a stats girl now. So, we had 202 yards passing and 70 yards on the ground. So not like big numbers, but the good thing is we had
You were
no turnovers, no interceptions, no fumbles. So it was a clean offensive performance for the Jaguars. And for that, I am celebrating. Celebrate!
Yeah, just
Celebrate!
again, no, kept the jersey clean. T-Law did what he needed to do, nothing crazy. He had a pretty sick run though, I will say. I love it when he gets out in the open field because you sometimes forget how athletic and fast he is. And he's just built. Um, but yeah, I think for me it just felt like it was a professional win, Like the offense looked like a professional offense. It's like we weren't, yeah, the numbers weren't crazy. It was pretty, but it was like from start to finish, we took care of business. And I think that all comes down to great coaching. So I have no complaints. I don't need to beat the Titans 45-3, 25-3. We'll do just fine.
No, we were in control the entire game. And then on the defense side, I mean, we had 3 sacks. We were touching Cam Ward all day. In fact, I felt a little
Oh
sorry
God,
for him.
that's crazy. That's crazy,
You
mom.
know what I mean,
I'm
Jordan.
just hey, that's crazy.
They were
Wow.
rushing him all the time.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
so, yeah, it was just a good defensive day. They their yardage was barely, their total yardage was barely 200 yards.
Yeah, we made them look like how they've looked all year, which is what you're supposed to do against a team that's only won one game. So, we they didn't break any trends. They were bad, and we kept them bad. And so, again, nothing crazy, but it was good to get, our defensive captain back, Jordan Lewis. We're starting to get a little healthier. I know Rick Armstead was out. We're hoping he comes back next week, but slowly but surely. I mean, this team is banged up, and I think we have in that crazy November. The fact that we won 4 games with the injuries that we had with our quote unquote number 1 wide receiver, gone all those games, I think is pretty impressive, and it just shows the resilience of this team. So the defense is starting to again look. They're not the 7 turnovers a game, and that was we knew that wasn't going to last, but they're a steady force, and they're getting after it, and they got a little attitude, got a little nastiness, got a little bit of that Saxonville. If you know, you know.
Yeah. If you know, you know. Okay, so my star of the game is the entire team. They went to Tennessee. They played a team.
Are you going to give them all orange slices, or
Jordan? Can you let me do my star of the game?
Yes.
Now I'm not going to let you come back on if you're going to keep interrupting me. So I'm giving a star with orange slices to the entire team for winning the game they were supposed to win in the fashion they were supposed to win it in. They were playing a team that had only won 1 game, and it was not supposed to be stressful for the fans. It was not. And I had just gone through a stressful night with my college team that basically took a game down to, the last snap. So if I had to endure that with Jacksonville, my head would probably still be spinning today.
You might not have been here tonight, so.
I'm sure I wouldn't have combed my hair if I had to go through that. So I had a break yesterday. I was able to comb my hair and relax. So I'm like, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for not putting me through what I went through on Saturday night. So that's who I'm giving my star to. Jordan, who are you giving your star to?
Look, it's the easiest decision I've ever made, and I think this might be the first time in Mom Knows Ball history that star of the game is a punter. That is Logan Cook, who, my boy, had himself a day. I mean, he was getting after it with the refs on a no call. And then later on, there was a scuffle that broke out. And he's, this isn't your typical punter where, he's like 6'2". He's a big dude. And so, we'll show the play. But, he's just, he makes this dude look like his son. And what's the funniest thing is that afterwards, the player revealed that Logan might have mentioned.
He came up to me, said he was going to kill me, so I don't know what made him do that.
I could see this getting twisted one way or the other, but I have a perfect explanation for why that's the first and only insult he said. I don't think, when are punters talking trash? When they don't get the opportunity to do it a lot. So I think he just got so excited because it's like, ooh, I get to do the thing that all the other players do. He's a punter. He doesn't get to do this. He basically pressed all the buttons at once, and what came out of that was, I'm going to murder you. He didn't know. He was too excited to insult, because you have to you obviously, when you're insulting someone, you work your way up. You hope to not get to murder, but maybe make a mom joke or say, I hate your shoes. He just did it all. He went from 0 to 100. I don't think he meant it. I don't, look at him as a murderer, but I just think that's my theory. And I feel pretty strongly about it. When are punters ever? Yeah, I think he's just he got
caught up. He got caught up in the moment. He's not used to it.
He didn't know what to say. And so, what's the meanest thing? If you're 5 years old, you don't know what to say to someone, I guess I'm going to kill you. I mean, again, maybe I'm not a 5-year-old.
Okay, let's be clear. We do not condone violence.
We don't condone murder.
And we're definitely not going to applaud someone telling someone to kill. They're going to kill them.
But he was standing up for his teammate, and the player was I think had him on the ground. There was like a late hit or something. And it's a reflection of this team that our punter is getting after it, not just getting after it, but he's trying to catch a case too. All right. And so he might just he's got that dog in him. And he might get fined from the league, but I think with all the love he's getting from Jags fans, he'll be able to pay it off from the jersey sales that are about to skyrocket. And as George Kittle said,
God forbid a white guy has a little bit of motion.
I saw that. You know what? You know what's interesting is, like you said, he's a punter, and even the broadcasters were saying, "Well, he's just in a lot of activity.
Yeah, he was showing a lot of punter cutaways. I don't think there's been that much of a punter on TV. I mean, McAfee honestly might, his days might be numbered because that's the only other punter I've seen on TV that much, and that's post-playing career. So Logan Cook, he was
your star of the day because
that's that kind of grit that you need. You need a guy on the team who's got a couple loose screws. We got Cam Little, who's like this little guy, but he has a huge foot, and then we have this punter who's out here, trying to murder people. But I like the energy. I think we just have to. We got to rein it back. We're gonna work on the insults. Just start off small. But my boy stood 10 toes down and was ready to catch a body. So
it's just amazing that we're talking about a punter. But okay, so my side eye is just, I understand that we let the Houston game get away from us. So we were not letting up in this game, even though we were in total control the entire game. But our starters were out there late in the game. And it was just like Trevor and Travis, like an injury could happen. So I get it. We're being cautious because we've seen like what can unravel in a short amount of time. But yeah, so that was my side. I get it. Yeah. But that game was like in total Jaguar control, and Travis and Trevor had no business being out there in the late fourth quarter. So that's my.
No, I mean, I agree. I think there was a couple. I love my boy Liam, and I think my side eye is going to be just it ended up working out, but at the end of the first half, we had an opportunity there was a couple seconds left to bring out our golden leg, Cam Little, for a 63-yard field goal, which we know he can hit. And instead, we have a pass play. We get lucky on a PI, and it does lead to a shorter field goal. But that could have been us leaving 3 points on the board. And I just think, like, we're in no position to give up. Like, that's a huge part of this team's kind of destiny is like we play all levels. We are not an elite offense. We are not an elite defense, but we play complete football, special teams included, all aspects of the game. And so I think, let's just not like give up 3 points. I think the end of half clock management in the past couple games has been a little spotty, holding on to timeouts or using too many. Like, we just got to be a little smarter. So
okay. But because of the pass interference, we did end up.
Yes, I know, but again, like
it could have gone a different way.
Yeah, it's like it was just like the play was what for Trevor to throw a Hail Mary. Like, we've been completed pass over 40 yards all year. Like, we don't have a deep threat. So, yeah.
So next week we got to play grown-up football.
We've been playing grown-up football. Relax. The Colts got to play grown-up football.
Okay, this is why I sometimes I just don't let you on. But we are humming. I mean, it is December, and not only are we, feeling, hey, we're gonna be in the playoff, we're gonna make a run. We're gonna see what happens. So excited about that next week. You're excited about the Colts game?
I am. It's a little like bittersweet because we're going to have to play them again at the end of the season. I think it's the last game. We play them twice. So, this could just be a feeling out game. Whoever wins it doesn't mean, I think it'll mean more if we win it, and it'll be a more devastating loss for the Colts because they're kind of in this downward spiral.
I know.
So if we lose, I'm not going to be, we got the Jets and we got the Titans again. Not that I'm going to, but like we have an easier schedule. So it'll be good. It'll be a good, a good feeler game. So
yeah. I mean, we do have a favorable schedule at the end of the year. So
we control our own destiny at this point. So we win the games we're supposed to win. We will be at the very least the 4 seed, hopefully higher. Right now we're the number 3 seed. So yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it for another edition of Mom Knows Ball, the Jacksonville Jaguar edition. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Give us your thought on our punter allegedly threatening someone with murder.
And like honestly, who knows? Yeah, it's all alleged. Like it's one dude. Like he can make up whatever. I mean, but it sounded pretty like the way he was running up on him was like, yeah, I can see him saying that. Just like he.
Well, let's give us your thought. And you know what? I have never been in a professional football game, and I know that those guys
say way worse things.
I mean, I've heard
it's just the headline. It's like punter says he'd murder a player, and the headline isn't great. But when I first saw it, I was like, this is like subjectively hilarious. Or objectively, one of those things.
Well, anyway, so yeah, give us some thoughts on that, because I'm told they say the worst things out there,
yeah,
like the most awful things. So I don't know.
He was that was anyway. that was him having his training wheels on. He'll come correct next time. So.
Okay, so that's it. We'll see you next week for the Bama edition, because Bama is playing in the SEC championship game. We are so lucky that we get to play an extra game. Wow. I mean, how do we get so lucky? And so we'll give you that version. And then after the Jaguars beat the Colts, we'll give you the Jaguar edition. So Jordan King, who is not a fair weather fan, he may be a fair weather host.
Yep.
Do you know ball?
I do know some ball, and ball is looking good these days. So, Mom,
it was a good week for us.
Yeah, I lost in fantasy, but besides from that, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
But Mom, do I have to ask? Do you know ball?
I mean, of course I know ball. I'm Mom, so there you go. See you later. We'll see Jordan. I don't know, in a couple weeks. So
she can't she doesn't want to share the spotlight anymore. It's crazy. All right.
See you later.